Hey everybody, Shane here, Shoebox Legends. Thanks for joining me for another episode that is once again going to show the extreme generosity that exists within this YouTube community, but also just across this hobby in a broader sense, outside of YouTube. As great as this community is, there's a lot of awesome collectors out there that don't make YouTube content that are just as friendly and engaging. And in this episode, we're going to cover 3 packages that I received recently. 3 different cases where people just went out of their way to send cards to me just out of the kindness of their own heart, because that's just how collectors are. It's just amazing. So we're going to just do these in the order that they arrived in, and I apologize to all 3 of these folks because this may be a little bit delayed in at least one case, and I think maybe 2 cases here. These cards came in a while ago, but with all of my travel back and forth up and down the East Coast for work recently, finally just getting to a point now where I can record some of this content. So this first package is from my buddy Sean Jackson. He is not here on YouTube as a content creator, but he is engaged in the comment sections of many videos, which is how I met him. And he's been just super supportive of my channel. Great person that I'm really happy to know. And even though he doesn't have a YouTube channel, we've gotten to talking and ended up getting connected on Instagram, where we have a great chat going back and forth, and I've even gotten to see some really cool stuff in his collection, including like SGC submissions that he's done and the results of those. And it's just a great reminder to me that as awesome as this community is, as I said in the intro, there are tons of really cool collectors that are not making YouTube content that it's equally fun to interact with. And Sean, I certainly include you on that list. I really appreciate your friendship and generosity. So Sean sent me this nice note. Hi Shane, enjoy these cards. Thanks again for all the work you put in with your channel, Sean. And this started because Sean messaged me with a single card that he had picked up. And as soon as he landed it, he thought of me immediately, which is so touching and kind. And it looks like that one is on the bottom of the stack here. But before we get to that, he included these awesome throw-in cards. So check this out. These are from the Topps Chrome, I think, Platinum Anniversary set. Don Drysdale, and this is the second year of the release, which uses the 1953 Topps design, which is my favorite vintage baseball set of all time. So really cool. I think, or I know Sean knows that, so that may be why he included these. Much appreciated. How about a Yogi Berra? And then this one is great. Nolan Ryan, the Texas Express. Look at that scowl and that great Astros uniform there, those Tequila Sunrise shoulder bands, and that great Astrodome logo. Just really awesome take on what a 53 Nolan Ryan might have looked like. Really dig that one. We're actually going to put that one up on a stand back here. Killer card. And then Sean also knows, having tuned into the channel, that I love Topps Stadium Club, and he generously bestowed on me this Lou Gehrig, the Iron Horse. Check out that photograph. Look at the glove there. I mean, this is from the 2023 Stadium Club release, which actually came out early 2024. So I have not had a look at too many of these yet. This is the first time I've even seen this Gehrig, and I really dig the pose there. One of the folks in baseball history who is easiest to admire, in my estimation, and just a really cool card. Let's take a look at the back. Being a new release here, so pretty classic Stadium Club back, but I love that you get a different photo there of Lou. And then how about another Nolan Ryan? This is new to me. I had seen these online and I wanted to pick one up, and Sean has now taken care of it for me. Great picture here of Nolan blowing a giant bubble during pregame warmups. Just Stadium Club at its best. And then finishing off the Stadium Club portion here, we have a Honus Wagner. Really cool card there with the Pirates. And then last but not least, here is a winner. I love the image on this Tom Seaver. I even sent a photo of this to Mookie Chilson, who I'm sure had already been aware of it, but I know he's a big Seaver and Mets fan, and it was like, man, this is one you need to pick up. Just stellar. He looks larger than life here, like he's bursting right out of the stadium. Love those clouds in the background, and just a really unique shot out of Stadium Club. So as if all that wasn't generous enough, what started this was this card here. Sean had found this. It's escaping me now. I want to say it might have been at a card show that he was at, but maybe he can correct me in the comments if I have that wrong. But this is the Braves team checklist card done in Topps Heritage buyback format. So a 1974 Braves checklist with the Heritage buyback treatment. I had no idea that they did the box topper Heritage buybacks of these unnumbered team checklist cards before. Like, that is just really, really cool. This is the first one of these that I had even seen. And this is going to go right into a side project that I have going for these Topps Heritage buybacks, because it doesn't have a card number. So it's not eligible for the buyback Franken set. But as I've told Sean privately, I have a kind of a secret project coming to the channel related to these Heritage buybacks. And you will see this card included front and center in that project in the very near future here on the channel. So Sean, I can't tell you how much I appreciate you thinking of me when you ran across that buyback card, and then being so generous in your willingness to send that to me along with all those other fantastic throw-ins. Really value your friendship, and I'm looking forward to chatting about and enjoying the hobby together for many years to come. All right, next up, I participated, I guess sort of in a roundabout way, in Card Wolf's 800 subscriber giveaway. Now, this video is going to get long here, so I'll try to keep it brief, but I really, really love CW's channel. Card Wolf does pack openings and pickup videos and all kinds of other things, but he has a tremendous sense of humor, and I've been a supporter of his channel since the very beginning, like literally the first few videos. I think I've seen every one. He just really resonates with me, and he's someone who clearly remembers that the hobby, at the end of the day, is supposed to be about having fun, which I think is lost on a lot of people in this day and age. So really dig CW's work, and every time he hits a 100 subscriber milestone, he gives away an entire collection. He buys a small collection of cards, does a video where he shows them all, and you can claim whatever you want. Now, he had some amazing cards in the 800 subscriber giveaway. However, I'm really trying to downsize my collection, and I'm not looking to add a whole bunch of stuff in here. I've got more cards around here that I can really store or deal with. So I kind of sat it out. I threw like maybe 1 or 2 cards out there that if nobody else claimed them, I would take them. But you know, his contests are tremendously popular. More than anything, I just want to support his channel. But being the guy that he is, he sent me some cards anyway. And the first one here is this great Bobby Witt Jr. from the Montgomery Club set. So he bought this set and then showed it on his channel, kept just a few cards for himself, and put all the others up for grabs for anyone who would like one. And I put a claim in on the Bobby Witt Jr. And what I love about this card, it really reminds me, with the color scheme here and the printing technique around the borders, it has a very 1990 Topps feel to it. So this is right up my alley. And again, just another example of extreme generosity. CW going out there, buying a set, and then giving it, most of it away, you know, gratis, no questions asked, just to friends of his in the community. So I'm really, really pleased with that Bobby Witt Jr. He's a player that I'm a big believer in, and I don't have too many of his cards. So that one is going to get the top loader treatment and be a treasured part of the collection once we end today's video. And then I have 3 others that CW included here. 2 of these 8-bit ballers inserts. Now, I love these. These are from Topps Big League. And being someone who grew up in the Nintendo era, you know, late 80s as a kid, these inserts are an absolute home run. They did a great job making these look truly 8-bit, like those graphics back in the day. And I got not just the Bryce Harper, but a pair of modern sluggers, Bryce Harper and the great Aaron Judge, number 99. These are the first 2 8-bit ballers cards that I've gotten in my collection, and they are just completely right up my alley. In fact, I may have left a comment on CW's channel about how much I love these when he did a big league break, and he may have remembered that and then sent these my way. So super cool. And then last but not least, every once in a while, CW, he does mainly pack rips and breaks, but he does do pickup videos. He buys singles for his collection, just like most of us. And in a recent video, I was so touched. He picked up some Stadium Club team color match cards. And in that video, he picked up this card and mentioned that he bought it, you know, specifically with me in mind, just to send my way. Knowing that I'm a Red Sox fan, I'm a Carlton Fisk fan, and that just like CW himself, I love team color matching cards. He stumbled on this on eBay and bought it, you know, specifically to send to me. And that is just One of the nicest things that I think any collector can do for another. Like I said, really, really touching. And another great example here on a side note of how Carlton Fisk just has amazing card after amazing card. Like, I don't know if there's a bad looking Carlton Fisk card in existence, but again, it really touched me, CW, that you thought of me when you saw that and you picked it up on my behalf. Just so meaningful. And I've gone ahead and picked up a card on YouTube that reminds me of you and your channel that I think you will enjoy quite a bit. And I will have that one off to you in the mail shortly. All right. Third, but certainly not least in today's trio, and I hope nobody feels disrespected that I lumped these together. It's just there's been such an outpouring of generosity here. I don't want to get any more backlogged than I already am. But I heard recently from my relatively new hobby friend, Brandon, over at Rounded Corner Sports Cards. And he sent this great note. He let me know he had some cards he wanted to send my way. I gave him my address, and when I got back from my most recent trip and got my mail off hold, a bubble mailer was waiting for me. Shane, I wanted to send a few cards from my collection that I thought you might like. I really enjoy your videos. Keep it up. Best, Brandon at Rounded Corner Sports. And again, I'll include a link to Brandon's channel below as well. I've shouted him out before. Really great content, multiple sports, vintage cards, modern cards, hockey, football, baseball, autographs, graded cards, ungraded cards, you name it. He really reminds me of myself in terms of the variety that he gets into, and very well-produced videos that are easy to watch and just go by in a flash. And he sent 2 team set bags loaded up with cards. I'm just kind of getting into them here. This is insane. This is really too much, Brandon. Let's take a look at the contents of the first one here. These are all top-loaded cards. Look at this. Check out this edition, Stars of the Rink, this addition to my OV collection. I have an entire Z folio dedicated to Alex Ovechkin, and this is going right into that tremendous shine on this card out of Upper Deck MVP. I had never even seen this before, much less possessed a copy, so that is a home run all the way. And then how about another to match it? Alternate Threads, featuring those Capitals jerseys there with the Screaming Eagle and the gold stars. We have Darcy Kemper, John Carlson, and the Great 8, Alex Ovechkin. 2 beautiful shiny OV cards there. We're going to get into some vertically oriented ones next. Brandon knows I live in New England. I'm a Bruins fan. Check out this David Pastrnak and Patrice Bergeron, 2 of the best guys to sport the Spoked B in my lifetime as a fan. And this is a great Alloyance card out of Metal Universe, which is a hockey card set that I dig very much. And then how about a couple of young guns here? Jack Akin, may have mispronounced that, and Jeremy Swayman. Both of the Boston Bruins. Love those young guns. Killer. And I don't buy a lot of Upper Deck flagship or really rip much product at all. So I had not been exposed to or picked up a copy of either of these. Total home runs for my collection. And then how about a UD Canvas retired Ray Bourque? This reminds me of a photo that would have been on like an early 90s hockey card all the way, where they had a lot of those cards featuring players who, had other hobbies off the ice, in this case, golf. And wow, look at that sock and dress shoe combo out of Ray. Yikes. Much better defenseman than fashion icon. And this one is really cool. Okay, so Brandon doesn't know this, or at least I don't think he does, but my other big hobby aside from cards is music. I play the guitar. I go to as many live concerts as I can possibly afford, both money-wise and schedule-wise, and I collect vinyl records as well. And so this insert set, NHL Records Collection, with being a play on a vinyl record, is right up my alley. This is so, so cool. Do not have this Bobby Orr. And again, like everything you've included here, Brandon, just a total hit for what I like to collect. And then we have, looks like 3 more hockey cards here, and then we'll move on to, looks like a couple of baseball cards to close it out. Look at this 75-76 Phil Esposito. Looks like an airbrush job on the uniform there. But man, what a cool card. It's well centered. This displays really, really nicely. And again, this is, coincidence. You couldn't have known this, but of all the 70s hockey releases, I think 75-76, this set is the least represented in my hockey collection, and I absolutely do not own this Phil Esposito. He was a monster goal scorer, big guy who would stand in front of the net, get a lot of garbage goals. In fact, I've mentioned it before, but in the, I think back in the 70s in the Boston area, there was a bumper sticker that people used to have that said, what was it? It's escaping me now, but, Jesus saves, Esposito scores on the rebound. Because he was just kind of guy that would hang out in front of the net, get a lot of those dirty rebound goals, and really, really dig that sharp card. Thank you so much, Brandon. Hall of Famer and one of the best pure snipers in history. From that, we move into the 80s, set that I really love the design on, the 88-89 Topps release with that infamous thumbtack holding the player name in place there in the upper portion of the card. And this is the great Mark Messier, one of the best leaders in the history of hockey, and a guy who I admire and collect quite a bit. And again, just a really clean, well-centered copy. This is too much, Brandon. And then last but not least, we have Messier's longtime teammate, and in my estimation, the best hockey player in history, Wayne Gretzky, with this beautiful first-team All-Star card from 1984-85 Topps Hockey. Get a great look at the referee in the background there as well. And I actually have an upcoming episode here that I'm planning and pulling cards for that pays tribute to some referees. So the timing on this is killer in that sense. And I mean, it's always a good day when you get a brand new Wayne Gretzky card by surprise in the mail. And then in the other team set bag here, oh man. Okay, we got 2 baseball cards and then just an absolute doozy here to end it. So we got a Fleer limited edition 1987. This is from one of those box sets, I think, that came out at the time. Will Clark, one of my 3 favorite players from my youth. So again, just the care that went into picking these out and recognizing, favorite teams and favorite players of mine. This is just really cool, Brandon. And then jumping into modern cardboard, how about a Topps Chrome Sapphire Mookie Betts from 2020, paying tribute to a past All-Star game with the Red Sox. I love Atomic and Sapphire. It's my favorite kind of finish on any modern parallel. That is a winner. And then this final card to end today's video is just a breathtaking stunner. I've shown cards from this exact insert set before. It was from the lone Panini Prism hockey release back in 2013 before they lost their license. They made these insert sets called Immortalized. Look at this beauty. Now, I've picked up a few of these, a bunch of them actually, and I'm trying to complete the entire set. However, they're usually silver in the background. And I dig these because look at where else are you going to get a Stanley Cup with etching on it? Like, that is just insane to me. I love Panini Prism, but this is a really special card because this is the orange parallel, and these are numbered to 50. And I have never owned one of these. I'm really blown away by this. So check out the back. Copy 29 of 50 here on this Phil Esposito. Man. And that orange looks stellar with the black and gold of the Bruins. Look at the etching through the Bruins logo there on the sweater and the alternate captain patch. I mean, Panini Prism shine is unmatched. Really, really miss them in both hockey and licensed baseball cards. This is a stellar card. This is way too generous, Brandon. Absolutely going to have to hit you back. Absolutely going to have to hit all 3 of you gentlemen back for these amazing gifts. Certainly not necessary, as all of you know, but at the same time, so very much appreciated. And again, just 3 more examples of stellar people in this hobby that you just run into time and time again. I'm going to do my best to try to pay each of you back in turn. But at the very least, I wanted to get on here and just declare my appreciation for this awesome cardboard that you've all added to my collection. It's people like you that make this hobby so much more fun and enjoyable than it's ever been for me in the past. So huge thank you to Sean, to CW, and to Brandon. Please check the links below and go give these guys some love. And I certainly appreciate you taking, 20 minutes of your time here on the channel to check out these amazing packages. And as you know, I'll be back really, really soon with some more content. Till then, enjoy the hobby and keep being awesome just like these 3 guys. Take care.